Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-14-2. It's the Tier 8 Soviet SPG, and this one's located on the east spawn of Studzianki under the command of HemiKitten. Now, the SU-14-2, otherwise known as Special Duty Heavy Triplex. It was basically an SU-14-1 with a cover over the top, or something like that. It's based on the T-35 tank, which was described by one tank historian as possibly one of the worst tanks ever produced. I thought it was quite funny when he mentioned that. It's because the T-35 is a multi-turreted Soviet tank, and not a very good one. Well, this one has the 203mm B4 howitzer on it, which has got considerable power, and you can see that HemiKitten is taking him along the edge of the map and knocking down quite a few trees as she goes, which is obviously leaving a path for her opposite number to follow to say, here we are, shoot at us. Well, no, honestly, what she's trying to do is she's trying to get down to the south edge of the map, and I do agree with this, because this is one of the best places to shoot from if you're going to try and fire at the enemy who are coming across directly from the west, or shoot into the factory area. Okay, well, let's bring up the visuals. Okay, you can see that some enemy have been spotted in the factory area, and one on the bushes above, in the hills above. Now, in the last stream I had with Nicky Tack, I actually said to him that I suspect that Studzianki looks like the anatomy of a lady who's undergoing a gynecological examination. Leave that to your imagination, but I think the tanks are located, yes, the tanks in the factory area. Oh, there's one moving up the middle. Yep, you can get the picture, can't you? Yes, okay, right, well, enough of the naughties. And what we've got is an OHO on the other side of the gap. And we fired a round in at, oh, good, it was a good hit, but it was a splash hit for 258. HemiKitten knew that OHO was going to pull behind the buildings, so she had to get the shot in as quickly as she could before he pulled back behind. Now, it is a long reload, 36.32 seconds, I'm afraid. But one of our tanks, a T-32, which HemiKitten's in platoon with, has managed to make it across the gap, and he's now on the other side. There's an ISM as well, just behind the church, and HemiKitten's got a P-44 Pantera to hit there, and he's a lightly armoured medium. Is she going to go for that Carnarvon? Well, it's the Carnarvon Action 10. Unfortunately, that building's just too tall, and it's making it difficult for her to get the shot over. You can see the red line is showing that the shell will be intercepted before it hits the ground. I'm pretty sure that Pantera is still behind that building. Well, he's moving up actually, and there's a Lorraine 40-ton as well. Now, those lightly armoured vehicles are going to get badly hit by a shell. Oh, she puts one into the OHO for 503 hit points. It's a nice hit, that is. Giving him a good long stun. And if that 40-ton gets hit, it's going to be curtains to him, or at least it's certainly ruin his day, because the 40-ton and the Pantera both got light armour. Oh, and the OHO's just been hit by the other Arty on our team, the Lorraine 155-51. I'm pretty sure HemiKitten's going to go for the OHO. Rounds out. Should be good. It is! 170 hit points. She takes the OHO out the game, and there's that Pantera. And the Lorraine is also firing into this area. And that Lorraine 40-ton is getting out as quickly as he can. He turned around and he's now departed because he's lost virtually all his hit points. And we're now going to try and put a round onto the same spot as the Lorraine 40-ton and the Pantera at the same time. Where are we? Well, we're chasing the Pantera as he drives back. But I think the 40-ton is an easier target. Just trying to line him up for a shot, fire at that corner of that building, and yes, she gets him. She did kill him. He was so low on health that it was almost a certainty. But we just lost our teammate, the T-32 JRB-18. And our IS-3A just took a hit as well. Now that Carnarvon's going to be difficult to hit from this angle. And we can't shoot him at the moment because we'd actually hurt our teammate. But what we can do is we can fire at that Pantera and give him a bit of a headache. So we're just lining up the shot. Oh no, she's gone back to the Carnarvon because we lost the 3A. And he's gone down to our ISM. He got the kill. So unfortunately our shell didn't work there. It didn't do anything. And we're just going to have to wait another 36 seconds to get the a shell on that Pantera. Well, in fact, it's not 36 seconds. Ouch, that was the enemy Arty firing in there. Actually, I said it was a Lorraine 15551. Actually, our team has the GW Tiger P, not the Lorraine. That's the enemy team, and I think that was the enemy Arty just hitting our ISM. Now, HemiKitten's having a look at the north, and there is a T-32 just about to go through that gap. We fire a round in, and direct hit! Lovely direct hit there. 334. He's down to, well, he's a one-shot. There's no way he's going to survive. Yep, and he's gone. The kill went to the Pantera on our side. Now, we haven't got a direct hit shot on that 3A. We could move forward, and if we did, I'm pretty sure we'd be fairly safe because the Scorpion G and the ISM have moved up and the Pantera is no longer where he was last sighted. But I think he's moved back to his cap area because the ISM is still taking fire. We're hoping that we're going to get that Pantera in sight. No, the M40, M43 just killed our ISM. So we haven't got sight of that Pantera yet. But there's the enemy IS-3A. We can't get a shot on him because the buildings are in the way. The closest we can get is around about there, and we've dialed in. But it is some distance away, so the splash will be much less. If he pulls back at all, we could get him. Oh, here's the Pantera. He's come back. And he's trying to go after our Scorpion. So we're lining a shot up for that corner. Oh, the Scorpion's gone down to that Pantera. One went over the top, the other one. So we're lining up a shot, round out, and oh, it did splashed him for 231. Only problem is the other Pantera is making his way to the gap, and our Pantera is going to see him very, very shortly. And the unfortunate thing again is that we are going to have to wait another 16 seconds before we can shoot. In fact, there comes the other Pantera, and he's a more highly rated player as well. Okay, yeah, the Pantera is coming directly towards us. We've lost sight of him. But the scores are now, there's 4 tanks on our team, 6 on the enemy. And we're waiting for that Pantera to come in sight. Now this point, I would normally pre-aim ahead of my own tank to my own spotting distance to see if I can see the enemy vehicles come into sight the moment they get close to me. Normally, obviously, my sixth sense will go off the moment they see me, and he's right in front of us. And our GW Panther Tiger fires, and we're rolling in, and we shotgun the Pantera right in the face. Unfortunately, we take a round from the other Pantera. 225, it's fairly easy to hit the SU-14-2, otherwise known as the school bus. And we took a round right through the side there, right at the front. Okay, we're aiming for the other Pantera now, who's retreated to the other side. Now our Pantera's moved back, and we're re-aiming on that IS-3A. We've got 6 seconds, and we're almost dialed in. We can get this just right. Aim where you think he's going to go. That's it. And round out. And it splashes him for 138. But that might be enough to help the T-32 take him out. Our other Pantera is moving north to help. And I think he just put a round into the IS-3A. We've also got an Udes up to the north. But he's very low on hit points. He's going up to that hill, so he's going to have to go into siege mode, climb up, And they've lost their IS-3A, so he's climbing the hill. So he's just going to be round about that spot. She's marked the target. She fires the round in straight away. And she got him! That's her 4th kill. She's only 2 short of getting a Top Gun now. And there are still 3 enemy tanks out there. The Pantera and both of the enemy Arty. Now, our Pantera is now moving south along the middle of the map. We're having a quick check where... Oh, he's been stunned, so obviously he was hit by one of the enemy Arty. T-32's moving through the factory, so I think he's going to approach the enemy from probably... I would think he's probably going to go direct towards the enemy cap area. Although that might be a bit risky if there's a Pantera involved. Okay, we're aiming for the back of the map. I would aim nearer to the houses further north. Oh, there's the Arty! We've spotted him. There's his tracer. A little further over, I would say. This should give him a headache. That looked to be almost bang on target, but there was no kill there. I'm pretty certain she was right on the target. The shell went long, and it looked like it was right where it's supposed to go. Oh, we just lost our Pantera. So we're now relying on our T-32 to spot for us. But we're only a few seconds away from shooting. And that was our GW Tiger P. We're aiming for where we think the enemy... In fact, actually, we should be looking a little further south, I think. There's the enemy Arty. He's been spotted. He's moving. And yes, he was hit badly. Look, he's only got 24 hit points. This will be a splash kill. Round out. Probably a direct hit, actually. Yes, we got him. Okay, so he's only got 1 Arty for support now, that Pantera. But we've got to reload. So we've got our 5th kill. 1 more, we get the Top Gun. I think T-32 was appreciative of that because he said affirmative as well. We're saying just spot him. That's your job at the moment. And the ISM saying 4 shells left for SU. Of course, the ISM is in communication with HemiKitten, so he knows how many shells HemiKitten has. And yes, it is 4 shells, 4 standard rounds of HE. And at this point, I would always aim ahead of the T-32, looking where I'm expecting the enemy to be if they were trying to spot him as he was approaching from the factory. And I think it would probably be at the other end of that ridge line, north of where the Pantera was last seen. Somewhere in grid square F2, maybe F3. Oh, there he is! He's actually come this way! He's actually come over this side of the map. Oh, and it's a splash kill! 92 hit points, and that's a Top Gun. And that makes it easy for the T-32 now. And we found the other enemy artist, so Lorraine. Oh dear, and she found us as well, or he found us, and he fired a round back. And unfortunately, we're out of the game. But I'm pretty sure that T-32 is about to annihilate that Lorraine 15551, because he won't be able to run away, even though he's got a fast Arty. And the GW Tiger P finishes him off and wins the game. That was an exciting round. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats, and it's a first class tanker for HemiKitten in the SU-14-2. She also picked up a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 13, and a Top Gun for getting 6 kills. She got 6 exactly, and she might have been able to get a counter battery if that Lorraine had not been quick off the mark to get a shot in to take out HemiKitten before HemiKitten could relocate. So, very good shot there, last shot by HemiKitten to take out that Pantera, because he was a very dangerous customer. And I honestly thought that he'd be over the other side of the map looking out for that T-32. But he decided he wanted to kill Arty before taking on the T-32, which was probably the wise decision in that sense. And under those circumstances, it paid off to HemiKitten that her teammates in the GW Tiger P managed to spot the Pantera just as he came into view, without the Pantera spotting her first. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, there you go. She didn't get the highest amount of damage. That went to the Pantera. He managed to get 3,834 hit points. After all, he was a Unicum. And the next highest scorer was the SU-14-2 of HemiKitten with 2,713, followed by the other Pantera on the team with 2,641, and then the T26E4 Super Pershing with 2,523. When it came to kills, it was definitely HemiKitten who managed to get the highest amount. She got 6 kills. The next highest scorer was the M40, M43, and the Batchat 12-ton on the enemy team with 3 kills apiece, and then there's a bunch of tanks with 2 kills apiece. When it came to base XP, it was the T26 E4 Super Pershing with 1,072 base experience points, then HemiKitten with 1,035, and lastly the T32 with 977. Let's have a look at detail. She fired 13 rounds during that game. She still had 3 rounds left at the end of the game. She got 5 direct hits, 0 penetrations, so it shows that she did it basically off splash, and 12 splash damage. She did damage of 2,713 hit points, of which 2,255 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the one on Pantera was quite close range, as well as the one on the other Pantera, who got shotgunned in the face. She received 1 hit, 1 penetration. That was from the Pantera, and 1 hit as a result of splash damage. That was from the Lorraine. She also damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 6 of them, and did stun assistance damage of 95 hit points off 6 stuns. On her premium account, she actually earned 38,340 credits and got 19,170 credits for the holiday ops. And after repair and ammunition resupply, and these shells are expensive, she actually ended up with 23,720 credits. I'd also point out she actually got 1,553 experience points, 777 from personal reserve bonus, 621 from personal missions payout, and 155 because she entered the battle in a platoon, which meant that she actually took away 3,106 experience points altogether. So a pretty good carry in the end, because she did actually manage to kill more than 1/3 of the enemy team, in fact 2/5 of the enemy team, and of course she did get that lovely shot in to kill that Pantera, that Unicum, by surprise, by a good ambush actually. And it was a good job she was alert to that, because if she'd been aiming over the other side of the map and that Pantera suddenly arrived, he probably would have spotted her before she'd been able to re-aim. So she was very alert to what was going on. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.